SBMM, short for skill-based matchmaking, has been a constant issue and talking point in regards to Call of Duty for the past 5 years. Players first had to discover it existed, as Activision denied its existence and made its player base feel like a group of people suffering from a viral attack of paranoid schizophrenia. They finally acknowledged the fact that SBMM exists, and with it came a full white paper of how it's the best thing to ever happen to the franchise, and created the best environment for players to have fun and flourish in this atmosphere, with matchmaking being decided by a system designed to keep you in line. How can I grow? If I'm a silver-ranked player that has been predetermined to have a high rank in the hidden SBMM bracket, I will only face against silver players with equal or greater skill or gold, and higher-ranked individuals with equal or higher SB rating, leaving my grind to even achieve gold ranking extremely difficult to obtain. And for people who don't have hours to pour into a game, it's nearly impossible to advance in ranking. Activision made an announcement that they would remove SBMM from the experience, and fans rejoiced. Even people who were completely against picking up the controller to play the game made public statements that, with the absence of skill-based matchmaking, they would go against their first mind of not picking the game up at all too. They would try it out.
Look at this matchmaking time. Look at this matchmaking time. Let's see here. I actually go into the menu, and I don't even notice. I am already in a lobby. I joined a multiplayer lobby in 3 seconds. And this is the first time I can say this. This is the first time I can say this since Black Ops 4. Man, and I mean it here. I enjoyed myself playing a Call of Duty match. Hell has frozen over. So this is the reduced SBMM playlist. In actuality, it is none. And I'll explain what I mean later. I'm not kidding there, by the way. It is none. But I'm going to give you guys some old school kind of data, I guess, to back this up, okay? It's none. I'm going to explain in a bit, but this immediately feels like how Call of Duty should be. Just immediately. Like, it's night and day. And you can probably tell in this gameplay, like, there is downtime. There is a variety of weapons. I did get sniped point blank. Do you know how many times I have seen a sniper in, like, max SBMM lobbies? Now, I haven't played Call of Duty since Modern Warfare 2, 2022 Electric Boogaloo with Dorban Time. I've not played it extensively since then. Guys, you never saw anything but the meta weapons. And you know that's a fact if you are up there as well, okay? So here I am. I'm in this match. I found it quickly. I am allowed to be rusty. I am allowed to learn the map. My stupid fucking 6-year-old skill-based matchmaking data does not carry over except in the team balancing. I cannot believe it. I'll check the ping later. You are going to be shocked. Compare this, by the way, to my first upload in a regular, like, skill-based matchmaking EOMM lobby, where I get put on a server in Bangladesh. And I honestly believe that higher skill bracket players just get worse servers anyway. That's why there was so much packet loss and bullshit. You're not going to notice any packet burst in this match. I had to watch it back. I could not believe it. I don't think I've played a single match in, like, years where I have not had packet burst.
Fast forward to 2 days before launch, and Call of Duty pulls the biggest rug pull of the last decade in gaming by walking back the statement of the removal of skill-based matching to a reduction of skill-based match-making in one playlist. This news left fans and critics floored, as everything positive they heard to expect from the latest game of the Call of Duty series, the series that dethroned Halo as the top shooter in console esports and national attention, dominating the genre ever since, was going to disappoint once again. Following Black Ops 6, the biggest selling COD of late, and also the most disappointing up until this moment.
9th, Treyarch tweeted out, open matchmaking confirmed. At launch, open matchmaking with minimal skill consideration will be the default matchmaking for Black Ops 7 multiplayer. Our team is committed to providing players with a more varied experience, and the beta was a valuable opportunity to test this approach. Along with that, they tweeted out, we've heard the community discussion around lobby disbanding, and we're focused on keeping players together from match to match more often in Black Ops 7. Today, we're excited to announce we'll have persistent lobbies at launch, and we'll have more details closer to launch. I want you guys to remember that tweet for further along the video. We're going to discuss that because that's another big problem in Black Ops 7. But October 9th, a big day for the Call of Duty community. We finally thought, because of Battlefield 6 and the success they had, that we were seeing changes for the better in Call of Duty. Well, of course we were thinking that, but a lot of people, including myself, Fooly, a lot of these guys that know how this company works, Activision we're talking about, we always had in the back of our mind the fear that they were going to bring back SBMM further down the road of Black Ops 7. We were more thinking of maybe in December, January, after they made all their money, after all that stuff, they would maybe try to bring it back, because we all know Infinity Ward wants it back in MW4 because they're the ones that pushed out for SBMM in the first place. And we were just worried that that was going to be the case and just make everything about, you know, these positive changes turn to shit. But to our surprise, to a lot of people's surprise, on November 11th, 3 days before the actual launch of the game, 2 days before the New Zealand launch, and literally right after the pre-downloads happened, they posted this. They said, thanks to your beta feedback, the majority of Black Ops 7's multiplayer playlists will have open matchmaking, which will be similar to the beta experience where skill is minimally considered. The exception will be one rotating mosh pit at launch where skill will be an important consideration, and rank play will also use skill as an important consideration when it launches. So this got a lot of nasty feedback, including from people like myself, because in my opinion, it's a little weird that on November 11th, just after the pre-downloads happened, where you literally could not even refund the game after that happened, according to a lot of people. I mean, I have screenshots right here showing you guys. You know, they made this announcement and it surprised everybody. It wasn't like it was October 9th when they announced open matchmaking. It's not like they said, along with that, we're going to keep the other standard matchmaking, which is SBMM, so other people can have that, which that would have been like, you know, still a shit show. But again, at least they would have told us a month in advance. But now they decided to do it 2 days prior to the New Zealand launch of the game when people were getting ready to play it. And after that, they said, hey, everyone, to clarify, just like in the Black Ops 7 beta, skill will be minimally considered in every open playlist. We've also added persistent lobbies and new playlists since the beta, including quick play. Here's what you'll see on day one, and it shows both, you know, the open and the standard, which with the standard having its own tab, we all know down the road, there's going to be a lot more playlists. Standard mosh pit, standard TDM, standard domination, all that stuff's going to come in the future. This was just a terrible announcement for the Call of Duty community, and it made a lot of people upset. But, of course, a lot of us tried the game, and immediately on launch, we all knew something wasn't right. The open matchmaking, the open playlist, which was supposed to be classic matchmaking, which I'm going to show you guys what classic matchmaking is supposed to look like.
Team deathmatch. Free for all. Let's do this.
As you guys can see, that's what classic matchmaking was like back in the day, where you click find a match, you get put into a game almost immediately, and you had great connection because it was based off ping. Well, that's what it was like during the beta. You got into a match pretty damn quickly, your ping was always low, it was consistent every single match, your shots were hitting, it was a smooth experience, especially with the Omni movement and how bad the servers are right now with Call of Duty. It actually felt very good, but for the launch of Black Ops 7, that's not the case, because like I said, for the beta, I was around 12 to 14 ping every single game. Every single game that was on my host, that's what my ping was. Well, for the launch of Black Ops 7, my ping is anywhere from 12 to 40, which is what it's like for SBMM lobbies back in Black Ops 6. Also, unlike the beta, when I click find a match, it takes me 20-30 seconds to find a damn game. Now, I want to make sure I put this in this video, because a lot of people are going to be in the comments if they made it this far, because we know Call of Duty brain rot for a lot of people, it's infesting their brain. It's really a toxic disease. I really pray for you guys that have it. I'm gonna put this in the video. This is from Merc Music. He posted this video yesterday called "Did They Lie About SBMM in Black Ops 7?" And I'm gonna let him show you his own tests. I want you guys to do your test. If you guys played...
Survey says, I'm hoping this is just launch day server overloads or something with BO7, but I'm not experiencing the near instant matchmaking times or consistent low pings that I was seeing in the beta with the open playlist. That's interesting. Nero says, there's no doubt in my mind they fucking rug pulled us. SBMM is 100% rampant in open playlists. Ghost of Hope says, starting to think that open matchmaking is not working with quick play. Go play something like Core Mosh Pit and compare. Night and day. Now, I'm not playing the game. I'm not playing Black Ops 7. I apologize again. I could play that game and tell you within, I would say, 10 matches if something was up, because I have played so much Call of Duty. I played so much X-Defiant, before SBMM, of course, Call of Duty-wise. I played Battlefield 6. Like, I know when something is there fucking with the matchmaking and when it isn't. However, I just don't have any desire to play the fucking game. So I am sorry, I cannot give you a concrete answer. But what I can do is speculate on what exactly is happening. Did I not say in a previous video at some point in time that even if they removed skill-based matchmaking entirely from the game, no one would fucking believe them? Did I not say that? Because they've done nothing but lie for the past 6 years. They've done nothing but lie and hide the truth and take shortcuts and manipulate us and screw us over. Can I get an amen there? Again, if you are new to the channel, my viewers can verify I have been saying this shit for years.
Even the fact that there are tactics such as two-boxing even exploitable proves, without a doubt, that chosen players are offered lobbies with bots or players lacking skill, and these stats and data carry over game after game is used to create an experience the player wants. Activision had no room for a single major mistake, and they followed by making several. The worst campaign of COD history, a lackluster zombies experience, and zero significant updates to Warzone. Even die-hard fans were left with nothing to praise, and a hard fight to even convince their friends to invest in this experience, leaving the community torn and battered from war with fans of the resurging Battlefield community and the growing base of Arc Raiders players. You can find players crashing out to critical post in the comments on nearly every subreddit post, giving constructive criticism of the game, labeling them as posts from rage baiters and Battlefield hate bots, even after they experienced the gameplay for themselves and were subjected to the same experience as those critical they held on. Now, after further review, people are coming to the conclusion that skill-based matchmaking is just as active in the open matchmaking. Some will say this playlist is being fed sweaty players because they are all seeking the same experience, leaving the lobby saturated with high-level players. But I would like to offer a secondary idea. Activision know for doing wild things in the name of data could actually have doubled the frequency of skill-based matching in the quote-unquote open matchmaking playlist. I truly believe that Activision would do this as an experiment to prove its value of their precious skill-based matchmaking system to the game. It makes much more sense once you log into the game and see for yourself. Meaning, if they want you to win, you will win. If you have won too much, they will influence a loss. That is not a game. That is an interactive movie at that point. You have a say-so in the story, but it's extremely minimal, and the results will be as predetermined by the data regardless of how hard you play. Nobody wants to be corralled and restricted, especially in gaming, the one of the few experiences we have in life to immerse ourselves in an environment of freedom, exploration, and growth of talent. I remember growing up watching T-Squared and Ogre 2 square off in the MLG Championship, and thinking if I grind these ladders and participate in these tournaments, I could also be a champion in the sport of gaming. Now, with the sneaky, cheesy climate of COD, even some of the biggest, most respected names are being exposed for cheating and exploits. Is it all just to counteract the forced narrative of each match you load up in multiplayer? It's just my opinion. But after launching the game and playing for a short period of time, you can tell Activision takes full advantage of the record of your playstyle and ability and is using that to create matches to either make you win or lose optimizing engagement, and creating a casino like gambling. Atmosphere down to the number of successful headshot kills you obtain, even down to spawn locations offering a player a clear advantage in a gunfight and inconsistent registration of footstep sounds and hits, depending on their needs, all hidden by claims of network errors and packet burst. Somehow people with the fastest internet connections a consumer can obtain have extremely high ping at the worst possible time it could occur, coincidentally. It's not just team balancing and creating even playing fields. They are determining who wins and who loses, and who the stars of the show are. It's not skill, it's not network connectivity. It's how this match gonna make each of these players spend more time or money in game. Rigging has been discovered to be a huge part of current professional sports, with the recent arrest of NBA players, and expa gaming now for the past few years leaving this age of consumers completely lost on what's real and what has been manipulated. With the rise of AI and its application in every industry known to man, to human-created exploits that are ravaging all of gaming with the Zen and other devices, does anyone even have a right to question someone who would believe that Activision is offering a nearly completely automated experience stuffed with microtransactions and AI-generated art, and holding the player's hand to either heaven or hell, depending on the probability of them playing the game and spending cash on items in the store, or uninstalling the game to never play it again? They most likely didn't touch it at all for the open playlist, or as I explained before, did the opposite of requested by the community, and has offered a playlist with the highest level of SBMM possible to throw in their critical fans' face that the SBMM we have had all along is the best for the franchise. It's just my opinion, but who could blame me in believing they would do this?